Right now, take your hand and run your fingers along the inside of your arm, slow, light, the exact way someone would tickle you. Nothing happens. Maybe a faint itch. Now imagine someone else doing the same motion, same speed, same spot. You'd flinch. You'd laugh. You might even pull away before they finish. The movement is identical. Your skin hasn't changed. So why does the exact same touch feel so different depending on who delivers it? The real answer isn't about surprise. It's about something your brain has been quietly doing since before you could speak. Here's the reframe. Your brain isn't just receiving sensations. It's predicting them. Every second, your nervous system runs a kind of simulation, forecasting what your next move will feel like before it happens. When you reach to scratch your own arm, your brain already knows the touch is coming. It cancels out the sensation in advance. Researcher Sarah-Jayne Blakemore at University College London demonstrated this with a simple tickling machine. Participants moved a lever that controlled a foam paddle, brushing against their own palm or foot. When they controlled the timing themselves, the sensation barely registered. When a delay was added, breaking the link between action and feeling, the tickle suddenly felt real again. Your brain wasn't responding to the touch itself. It was responding to whether it expected the touch. But prediction is only half the story. Why does an unpredictable touch make you laugh, specifically, instead of just feeling alarming? In 1999, psychologists Christine Harris and Nicholas Christenfeld at the University of California, San Diego tested something unexpected. They had a machine tickle people's feet, sometimes telling participants a person was operating it, sometimes telling them it was fully automatic. The laughter didn't change. People giggled just as hard either way. If tickling were really about social surprise, knowing a machine was responsible should have killed the response. It didn't. So what is actually going on? Go back further than psychology labs. Go back to the body parts that are ticklish in the first place. Your ribs. Your underarms. The sides of your neck. Your stomach. Notice anything. These are some of the most vulnerable parts of your body, places where major organs, arteries, and your airway sit close to the surface. In evolutionary terms, an unexpected touch there isn't trivial. It's a potential threat. Your nervous system treats it that way with a fast, almost reflexive reaction, the same wiring that makes you flinch from a spider on your skin. Here's where it gets stranger. Neuroscientist Jacques Panksepp found that rats, when tickled gently by researchers, emit high-frequency chirps, sounds that map almost exactly onto the pattern of human laughter. The rats even started seeking out the tickling, chasing the researchers' hand for more. Tickling, it turns out, isn't a uniquely human quirk. It runs deep in the mammalian brain, tied to play, bonding, and the kind of physical roughhousing that young animals use to practice defense. That's the twist. Laughter during tickling may be less about humor and more about communication. It's a signal sent in real time that says this contact is playful, not dangerous, even while your body is still on high alert. Two systems are firing at once. One is your threat detector, reacting to an unpredictable touch near a vulnerable spot. The other is your social brain, recognizing the source, reading their intent, deciding this is safe. Laughter is what happens in the gap between those two signals. And this is why you can't tickle yourself. There's no gap. Your brain already knows the source. It already knows the intent. There's nothing left to resolve, no threat to downgrade into play because there was never a threat to begin with. Think about how often this same gap shapes your everyday life. A hug from a stranger lands differently than a hug from someone you trust, even if the pressure is identical. A joke is funnier coming from a friend than read off a screen. Your body is constantly running this same calculation, sorting the predictable from the unpredictable, the safe from the uncertain, and deciding, often before you're consciously aware of it, how to respond. So next time someone runs their fingers along your ribs the exact same way you just tried on yourself, and you collapse into helpless laughter, that's not a flaw in your skin. It's not even really about the tickle. It's millions of years of threat detection and social bonding, compressed into a single involuntary giggle, proof that your body still keeps score of who is allowed to touch you and who isn't.